My guest today has made it to the top 10 in the badminton rankings in the world. The World Badminton Federation recognized her as the most promising player of 2008. Yes, my guest today is 18-year-old Saina Nehwal. Saina, thank you so much for joining me on the Unstoppable Indians. Tell me, what did it feel like? 2008 has been a great year for you. Making it to the top 10, what did it feel like?
Yeah, I think it's just a great year for me, just unbelievable I can say, because I never expected so many results at a time. It's just I think a dream come true for me to play quarterfinals in Olympics, then play semi-finals in Super Series events, and then win the Junior Commonwealth, win the World Junior Championships, and then to be selected for the World Super Series finals and to crack into top 10. So I think everything is just happening. I just can't understand why it's happening so early and how I've got everything so fast. I think it's all because of my hard work, and also God. I think God has really been kind to me a lot. And
your father said that to me as well in our conversation before we started this interview. He said, God's been kind, but you've worked very hard at this, so it's well deserved. I want to ask you the distinction of being the most promising player of 2008, coming from the world body. Again, it was a kind of stamp of approval that you must be special to you.
I was just expecting maximum to crack into top 10, but not getting selected to the Super Series finals or getting the most promising player award. So I was just really just going with my work, winning all the tournaments, but I didn't know that December will be a very good month for me. I got three good I can say like most promising award, and then playing World Super Series finals, and then getting into top 10. So these three are just a dream for me again. I was just thinking that I might crack into top 10 maybe in the next 3-4 years. It's
so
really
been
great.
Very,
yeah.
very special.
Very special for me.
Tell me, I want to look at this through your own eyes. What kind of player are you?
I'm actually a very strong player, in the sense I'm mentally very tough, and I just don't give up very easily. I make my opponent work very hard to get a point.
One part of it is, of course, playing the game, and the other part is, which you said yourself, you're a tough player in the sense that, psychologically, mentally, you're tough. Tell me, did it just happen? Did you just work at it? Is there a motto, a formula by which you become a tough player? Because every sportsman wants to be a tough one.
I don't know, but from my childhood, I have that habit to win whatever I'm participating in any event. It's not only badminton. I was actually very aggressive kind of a person, and I used to play all the sports. So whatever sport I used to play, if I used to see someone getting more points than me, I just couldn't stand it. I was like, my God, even I have to do that. So from my childhood, I don't know, I've got that habit of just can do anything for winning. It's like that. And I think even my mom have the same kind of feeling, that even she just fights. So I think I've got her genes in me, and which is really working in such a tough sport. And I think badminton is so tough that getting into top 10 at this age is really difficult. And I have seen so many players working so hard, struggling to get here, and I think I've sacrificed so many things to get here. I just can't, I didn't go to my college for almost a year and a half. I couldn't write my exams because I wanted to get selected for Olympics. So I've sacrificed so many things. I've faced the problems. I've faced all the hurdles, and now I've come here. So I know actually how much it takes to be a strong and tough player. You have to just sacrifice so many things and put your full focus on your game.
And we're going to talk about that in greater detail. But tell me, who do you think is your fiercest opponent, the toughest opponent out there? Is there one person? Are there a few? The ones that you say, oh God, I better get ready for this match?
I'm not scared of anyone actually whenever I get into the court. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here now. But Yeah, there's a player from Hong Kong, China. She's world number 1 now, Xiaomi, and I've played 3 times in this year, and I've lost to her 3 times. So I can say she's the only opponent who's beaten me 3 times, and she's the toughest opponent. And I'm working hard for that, and hopefully in the next tournament, if I meet her, I'm surely going to try my best to beat her.
Do you analyze her game also? Like you look at your own game, of course, which you know, and you can
Not
make
only hers, actually. I analyze everyone's game, which is very important. In badminton, you can lose to anyone, you can win with anyone. It's like 21 points is very. You just don't know when 5-6 points will go. So you have to be ready for each and every point, and you have to analyze everyone's game.
And now, of course, your game is being monitored and analyzed and recorded by all of your opponents, because 2008 in many ways has really been a defining year in that sense. But tell me, what's your training schedule like? I know I'm catching you at the end of your day where you've probably had your entire schedule play out, but what's a typical day like?
I work in the morning from 8:30 to 12, and then 4:30 to 7:30 sometimes. So we train for 6 days, and 1 day is off, Sunday. So it's really tough. We play in morning, we play on court for 3.5 hours almost, and we do all court exercise, playing and all that. In evening we do physical training like weight training and the running and shadow training on court. So we have different types of training, which is actually we can do anything to improve our stamina and all that. In badminton, you don't need to follow one particular exercise. You can do anything, because
as long as your stamina keeps improving.
Yeah, keep improving, and you have to have proper strength in your legs, in your hands, and I think mainly it's only in your head that you have to be really strong enough to face anyone.
And your relationship with your coach, how does that work?
It's I think just unbelievable again, because when I joined him in 2005, Pulela Gopichan, he was Olympic champion, and I have learned a lot of things from him, like how to prepare before the match, how to have a good proper diet if you want to become a champion. You can't just stick to having ice cream, chocolates and all that. You have to sacrifice all that food and have the proper food which gives you which keeps you healthy in a sense. And then he told me you have to meditate properly, which is very important to focus. And then he's taught me good strokes, which I never had. I never had such kind of speed in my game. I didn't have my half smashes. There were no drops. There were not proper backhand. And I think I have learned more than what I was in 2003 and 2004. I was just like a normal, ordinary player. But after joining him, I'm like a international top 10 standard player now.
And is he tough on you as well? Does he keep pushing you to stretch yourself, try harder?
Yeah, on court he's really strict. On court, whenever we do training and anything, he's really strict. But off court, he tries to be like a friend, tries to teach me properly how you have to play against your opponents, because he's seen all of them. And all the senior players who play with me are like 28 and 30 years old, so he exactly know where to catch them and all. So off court, he really behaves like a friend, gives me good tips how to play with the opponent, not only about the game but anything else. He tries to teach me everything properly.
Tell me, when did your interest in badminton actually begin? I'm curious, how early were you when you decided to pick up a racket?
I joined summer camp in '99, and it was in Hyderabad itself, Lal Bahadur Stadium. I was actually in Hisar before, Haryana, and only my parents used to play in the club. So when we shifted to Hyderabad, because my father got promoted, so there were no friends near my house. So my dad told me that why don't you just try it out. Badminton is a very good sport in Hyderabad, and there are many players who play at the international level. So just try it out. If you like it, then you can continue, otherwise your wish. So I joined in '99 summer camp, and then I started playing the small tournaments, the state championship, national championships, and I won most of them. And I started liking the my name coming on the papers, and people asking me interviews and all that. It was great feeling, and that's how I fell in love with this sport. And then 2003 was the year when I started playing at the international level, and then after that there was no looking back. And in 2001, when I saw Gopi sir winning the tournament, I was just inspired by him a lot, that even when he can win such a big tournament, why not just trying it out, and even I can reach that level. So I was really inspired after his win, and that also really helped me to work so hard and reach at this level.